Alright people, yesterday we got a post in the Call of Duty blog website detailing the massive update coming in Season 2. And on top of that, updates leading up to Season 2. Now there's a bunch of things here, from gameplay updates to quality of life updates and updates to the anti-cheat system, but we're primarily focusing on the updates for Warzone. If you want to check out the rest yourself, all you have to do is head over to callofduty.com and look for the blog. Now they start off by making a statement about how they're prioritizing the gameplay rather than the content, which makes sense because there's been a lot of issues. Alright, updates to the weapons. Reload speeds are faster for all weapons, anywhere from 5 to 20%. They reduced the penalty for sprint to fire jumping, and they increased the jump to ADS speeds. Adjusted bullet penetration so you're not getting shot literally through everything. Weapon swap speeds have been increased, and they've removed burst and semi-auto rifles and low rarity pistols from groundlet. We got some movement. Increased both jump speed and successive jump height with one unmodified successive jump, aka bunny hopping. Increase the speed of the parachute cut animation so that when you're landing in, you're not going to die right away. Increase the player velocity when landing, that way there's a smoother transition to when you're sprinting. Audio, we've seen this one before and there has been improvements, but reducing reverb effects to improve directionality of movement audio produced by other players, footsteps, ascenders, and parachutes. Some pretty solid perk updates. Combat Scout pings replaced with an outline that is not visible through walls. They've added a few default perks, which means everyone will have them at all times. They've increased the effectiveness of dexterity for its weapon component when you're jumping up and down and aiming, and you now get the effect of quick grip gloves and fast reload for everything. And they're bringing back a perk that a lot of people are running in the last iteration of Warzone, which is Mountaineer. And this is just simply replacing dexterity in that perk 1 slot because they're moving dexterity to be automatic. And Veteran now significantly reduces the damage ticks of gas grenades. For equipment and kill streaks, munition satchels only provide one additional item to address the overstocking and spamming of equipment. The max amount of deployed tacticals and lethals are down to 2. Basically, there's a little nerf to gas grenades. The spy camera's outline is no longer seen through walls. And this one's huge. Advanced UAVs will now show elevation arrows. Some miscellaneous things: a couple of the body shield, you'll no longer automatically release players in freefall, you'll no longer provide an outline to victims' teammates through walls, and removed manual release of players, keeping them alive must end with an execution. Kind of takes away some content for some people, but oh well. Flares that fire out of buy stations when a player is brought back can now be pinged to increase visibility on redeployments. I mean, I guess I never really paid attention to that. And they adjusted the match stat tracker font to make it easier to read. And like we've talked about before, a crap ton of bug fixes. Address visibility in dark areas, address players being forced to stand up when reviving a teammate, address some map exploits that people are getting into. This one's huge. Address an issue where parachutes are deploying when jumping off a ladder. Address weapons becoming inaccessible near interactable areas, aka the buy station. Address an issue where weapons are falling through the buy station. And then address an issue where weapons were appearing as common when they weren't. Address an issue where apparently Ghost was lasting through the pre-match lobby into the actual match. Cold-blooded should now counter Tracker. Quick Fix is hopefully going to now activate when plating. Survivor will now let teammates revive their own teammates. And apparently there's an issue where most wanted contracts were not overriding the respawn timers. And address an issue when selecting your operator in the main menu. Now all these bug issues should be fixed at the launch of Season 2. Some of these other updates might actually happen before Season 2. It's coming. I'm excited. Hit that follow button and join in on the content.